Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond, you're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Sideshow Infotainment. Yes, we are broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. And of course, I have the Sam Cam up. What is the Sam Cam? The official Sam Cam here is being brought to you today by YouTube. And we're doing something different. The reason being is because there was a snafu with the regular Sam Cam. But have no fear. My amazing wisdom and broadcast excellence was was able just to go ahead and put us up here on the screen, which is okay. That just means that we are continuing our quest, the 18 days to raise the vote, to Sam the vote, 18 days to Sam the vote, 18 days to Sam the vote. Well, we only have about 4 days left. Yes, so there's today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday is the last day that you can vote. Thursday is the last day that you can vote. Vote for what, you said? Well, if you go to @SamNewsMan on Instagram, you can click on a link, and that link takes you to the best of Richmond. And you say, what's the best of Richmond? The best of Richmond, well, they have restaurants and, different places and, doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs. And, well, of course, we're on the ballot for the best local morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia. Yes, it's quite an honor. Quite an honor. Yes, especially, I'm a real media puppet. Right. So I'm a real media puppet. So what that means, right? Well, the hell, I should be on here every year. I mean, listen, all these other people, they're humans. They're humans, no less. All these other humans are always being called puppets. This person's a puppet. That person's a puppet. You're a media puppet. You're a political puppet. Well, here, as someone who's a real puppet, I'm just really upset about all this. I am, and I could take it. I could take it all the way up the chain. But, I'll just, I'll sit here, and just swallow any type of negativity that I want to throw their way, as they're sitting there saying, "Oh, well, I'm a real media puppet, right?" So if someone's calling a human a puppet, it's very derogatory. At least to me, it is. Why? Because I've been doing this since Roswell. I'm a real media puppet, and then all these humans are being told that they're media puppets just because they're working for corporate media. And so we could just call them. Well, we can't call them. We call them corporate stooges, not puppets. So a political stooge. No, I know that you're usually thinking when I say political stooge, you're just talking about people who work in the office of the said representative or senator or White House or wherever. Anyways, listen, okay, here's the deal. The reality is that I'm a real puppet. I'm a real puppet on the radio, broadcasting live from a broadcast signal. You see, this is a microphone, a real microphone, not a microphone in a little home. And we're actually in a real studio. I know a lot of people broadcast their radio shows from their boxer shorts or maybe a woodshed. We're not doing that. We're actually here. We're here, and of course, I'm dressed, to the T as usual, looking dapper as always. A dapper puppet, a dapper media puppet, no less. But anyway, so here we are. We're broadcasting live. The Sam Cam is up on YouTube. On YouTube, Sam NewsMan on YouTube. We're up there. We're live now. We are live there now. And so what else? Oh yes, the Simple Radio app. Yeah, if you want to listen to some of the songs, if you want to see the songs, then well, if you want to listen to the songs, you have to download the Simple Radio app, right? The Simple Radio app. Download the Simple Radio app. You can also go to the website, WDCE.org. What was that? No, I'm not giving out the phone number. No, it's too early. I'm tired. Aren't you tired? It's been a crazy weekend. But don't worry, just because I'm tired and my staff over there might be tired doesn't mean that we're not still setting the standard, raising the bar. Hell, that's why we're on the ballot. Anyway, so here we go. It is a Monday morning, and we have the news, of course. So let's get into some of that. So where do we have so Richmond Times Dispatch. I'll throw it right there in front of the camera. Yep. Yep. Okay. Beyond the health section? No, let's not go to the health section. What else? What do we have? World's Food Market Study. World's food market study. Okay, here we go. So this is interesting. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with this one. Grocers in Richmond. So this is out of the Richmond Times Dispatch. Well, I mean, of course, I would be reading from the Richmond Times Dispatch if I'm on the ballot for the best of Richmond and the Richmond Times Dispatch. Why wouldn't you think I'm going to start off with the Wall Street Journal? Huh? With the New York Times, the Washington Post? Yes, I will sometimes bring them along. But far be it from me to read out of anything on Monday morning other than the Richmond Times Dispatch since we're on their ballot. No, no, no. I'm just, no. What do you mean suck up? I'm not being a suck up. I don't want to hear that. Anyway, so back to the front page. Front page of the Richmond Times Dispatch. Here we go. Grocers in Richmond area see strong sales fueled by inflation. Okay, all right. So grocery sales in the Richmond market grew higher than last year's pandemic-related boom, but that increase is due largely to inflation. Overall sales of food and related items in the Richmond region for the 12 months that ended March 31st came in at 4.26 billion, up from 4.1 billion in the previous period, according to an annual market study by Food World, a Maryland-based grocery industry publication. This was kind of a year of holding on, and the holding on turned out to be more positive than a lot of retailers anticipated because they were able to gain greater sales through the inflationary price increases. Oh, yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, grocers are doing great now because of the price. And yeah, yeah, that's about right. Okay, the 12-month period ending March 31st, 2021 was a period of skyrocketing sales due to COVID and the tailwinds, and retailers were able to gain from more in-store shopping or delivery without the usual impact of the food service. But as schools and restaurants opened up more last year, that pandemic-related spike slowed down. With no revolutionary market changes, the top 15, top 15, top 15, top 15, open up the page, open up the page, open up the page. The top 15. Yes, the top 15 retailers in the Richmond region remain the same from the previous year's report. Walmart increased its sales and held its spot as the number one grocer in the Richmond area with 16.6% of the market share, virtually unchanged from the previous year's report. Walmart's sales of food and food-related items was 706.7 million for the 12-month period ending March 31st, a 28 million increase from the previous year. Kroger, the nation's largest traditional supermarket chain, ranked second in the region, again with 15.1% of market share, down from 15.4% in 2021 and 16.2% in 2020. But the year-over-year sales grew by 644 million, a 5.8 million increase from the prior period. Why? Inflation. That's right, inflation. Good grief. It's always inflation. Always inflation. Kroger and Walmart each have 18 stores in the Richmond region, which includes Richmond, Charles City, Chesterfield, Dinwiddie, Goochland, Hanover, Henrico, New Kent, and Powhatan. Food Line, which has 49 stores in the region, sold 605.4 million of food and food-related items, a year-over-year increase of 14.5 million. The grocery ranked number 3 in the Richmond region again. Wawa, CVS ranked 4th and 5th, respectively. Publix, which entered the Richmond space in 2017, held its space at number 6. The Florida-based grocer holds 5.8% of the market with 16 stores in the region. You know, I know a lot of people a lot of people don't like Publix because they say they're expensive. Have you had their soup? Their soup is amazing. They have different types of soup too. Oh, yes. Right. Well, they have all different types. You got the broccoli and cheddar, she crab, lobster bisque. It's all really good. It's fantastic. Potato soup, that's good. Yeah, New England clam chowder. Amazing. I'm a soup guy. I really am. I can eat soup all the time. A little easier on the stomach than a bunch of other hard food. You got to sit there, no, just give me some soup. Yeah. What do you mean? Because it's hot outside? Just because it's hot outside doesn't mean you have to eat soup. Yeah, you eat if you want to go and eat ice cream all day just because it's hot outside, you go eat ice cream all day. I'm not telling you not to. Have at it. Have at it. Yeah, go eat ice cream all day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner doesn't bother me one bit. Why would it bother me? You do you, and I'm going to do me. And how am I going to do that? I I'm just going to sit here and continue to read the news. Why do you guys keep interrupting me over there? Anyway, real quick, y'all. I do have my staff in my earpiece, and they're saying, "Oh, well, you need to hurry up, and we need to go to a music break." I said, "We'll get to a music break in a minute, but first, what I want to do is continue to read off some of these. So, anyways, back to this. You guys, distracting me over there. So we got Walmart, we have Kroger, we have Food Line, we have Wawa, we have CVS, we have Publix, we have Walgreens, we have Target, we have 7-Eleven, we have Wegmans, we have Sam's Club, Costco, Aldi, BJ's Wholesale, International Market, Sheetz, Whole Foods, Fast Marts, Lidl, and the Fresh Market. Those are the top 20. Top 20 here in the rich. And there's a chart here in the Richmond Times-Dispatch where you could look over everything and see for yourself. But it's just because of inflation. It's not because the food's getting better, their service is getting better. The reason why there's such an increase is because of the inflation. Yeah. Uh-huh. So now what? Now what are we going to start? Are we going to start talking about big grocery? Are we going to start talking about big grocery? Big grocery is now gorging the little man. Yeah. Yeah, they're sticking it to the little guy. Big grocery big grocery. It's all about big grocery. I knew it. You know what? There's big banks, there's big oil, and now there's big grocery. Big grocery is to blame for this. Yes, big grocery. Listen, I got my eye on you, big grocery. Uh-huh. Yeah. You're sticking it to the little man, raising up, making record profits. Making record profits. Sounds like a damn oil company. Oh, yeah, that's right. Food is oil for humans. Well, actually, probably coffee would be more oil for humans. But, just in general, as far as commodity goes, your car gets going because you give it some gas or some diesel fuel and it goes, right? Same thing with you and your body. You need to have fuel, but that fuel is going up. Inflation prices are skyrocketing, and grocery stores all across the country are benefiting it. Yep, that's right. Big grocery. Yeah, listen. Of course, I would sit there and call that out. You heard it here first. Yep. I got my eye on you, big grocery. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to hear about all that inflation stuff. Sticking it to the man. Listen, when my milk, when my milk is $1 more than it was last year, I get upset. Yep. Mm-hmm. Furious, no less. Oh, don't even get me started on beef. What? I'm not going to go through a whole list of everything. No, but you listen, everybody knows. Listen, if you've been to the grocery store and looked at your damn bill, you sat there and seen it. Skyrocket. It's like, hey, listen, I'm going to go fill up my cart. Now I'm going to go check out. And that cart cost is $300. About a year ago, it was $100. Well, listen, you got to be careful. Can't do what you used to, right? In fact, I think I've heard politicians and also, media representatives, they said that from here on out, what you really need to do is Sheryl Crow. Sheryl Crow said you needed to just use one square of toilet paper, or was it Melissa Etheridge? It was one of them. It doesn't matter. I just know that I hear all the time celebrities saying that, so if we want to conserve the planet, we just need to use one square of toilet paper, right? How about the square? How about the square piece? The insert, from their album, yeah, or the CD cover that's in the little slipcase. Use that for toilet paper. How about save that for the environment for all these people that want to sit there and just say, hey, why don't you just use one square? How about that square? Okay. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Yes, I know. Listen. Right. Okay. I know. Yes. Yes. News. Yes. And you want to hear some music. All right. I listen. I want to hear some music too. People often wonder what type of music we're going to be playing here. And that's always good to know too. Because we come in here a lot of times, and I just sit there and grab the newspaper. So I leave it up to my staff to sit there and have all the songs prepared. On Saturdays, are you familiar with Saturdays? Saturdays, we play cartoon themes. That's right. We play cartoon themes on Saturdays, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic. In fact, you can call in. You can call into the show. And when you call into the show, you can request your favorite cartoon themes. It's revolutionary to hear a real media puppet playing cartoon songs on Saturday mornings. But that's the reason why we are in the best local morning radio show category for the Richmond Times-Dispatch, which you can go vote by clicking on the link at Sam NewsMan on Instagram. And like I said, you can vote from today all the way until the 28th. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep, now until the 20th. Once a day, every day until the 28th. Right. So here we go. We're going to throw up some synthwave. FM Attack City Lights is going to be the first song, and not sure where we're going to head after that. But first song coming up, FM Attack City Lights. Once again, this is synthwave, not vaporwave. Big difference. Big difference between synthwave and vaporwave. Vaporwave played it on the radio the other day, and as I was listening to it going back and forth between the speakers, somebody was probably like, "Is there something wrong? Is the album skipping? Is the CD skipping?" Well, it's just a part of how they do the music in vaporwave. But once again, I told you this is synthwave. FM Attack here, City Lights. Here exclusively on WDCE 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet and media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Sideshow Infotainment. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM here on Monday, the 25th day of July, 2022. From the most trusted puppet and media reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan. And this is Sideshow Infotainment. That's right, here the 25th day of July, 2022, 6:41 a.m. When the day begins, the Sam comes up. Ha ha ha. Oh, wait a minute. When the news goes down, Sam gets up. Ha ha. Anyways, here we are once again, broadcasting live, WDCE Studios, 90.1 FM. Also broadcasting where? Yeah. Oh, yes, the Simple Radio app. Simple Radio app. Download the Simple Radio app. Search WDCE, and yeah, you can listen to the show live. Well, we can watch it live too. Yes, the Sam Cam is up. The official Sam Cam is live this morning, and it is not on Instagram. Usually we have the official Sam Cam on Instagram, but the Sam Cam is actually here live broadcasting on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, you can type Sam NewsMan in YouTube, and you'll see where we are live. We're streaming live. It's called simulcasting. I know it's something that. Yes. Listen, there's not a lot of other radio show hosts that do it. No, they don't. Some of them do. Some of the big boys do. But yeah, none of these other ones here locally are doing. They're sitting at home in their boxer shorts or sitting behind in the back of their house in a woodshed. Oh, okay. So they get on for about 20, 30 minutes. I got that. No. We've been doing this every single day. And I do it multiple times. And this time we just kept the camera running because we didn't want to sit there and shut down the stream. We just muted everything. But anyways, here we are broadcasting live from the WDCE studios at the University of Richmond, 90.1 FM, WDCE.org is the website if you want to go to the website. And like I said, the Sam Cam is up live on Sam NewsMan on YouTube. And also, if you go to Sam NewsMan on Instagram, you know what you need to do. Click on the link in the profile. Vote for us for the best local morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, that's it. Listen, not a big request. Not a big request. Anyway, so we have more news, of course. You know, Sam NewsMan, not Sam the Newsman, mind you. It's Sam NewsMan. It's just prophetic that my last name is Newsman, but not the Newsman. Is it Joe the Smith? Is it Bob the Jones? No, it's not. Just like it's not Sam the Newsman. Anyway, just had to say that real quick. But anyways, we got another newspaper. Here we go. Newspaper. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see here. Okay, the rise in prenatal and postpartum depression needs to be addressed. Okay, this is coming to us from the Washington Post via Jennifer Wadsworth. Hello, Jennifer. Did you know that your article would be read by a real media puppet the morning that it was published? Probably not, but that's okay. Anyway, so there's a whole bunch of stuff here about personal stories, blah, 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 blah. I don't want you to read all of that. Let's just get to the meat. The meat is the pandemic. The pandemic, with its quarantines, visitation limits, and political rifts, has made having a baby more isolating than usual for many people. By eliminating many social supports for people with prenatal and postpartum depression and anxiety, experts say the pandemic underscored just how vital they are for treating the mood disorders. There are even more needed for patients of color who are several times more likely to suffer from prenatal mental illness, but less likely to secure treatment than other people. With mental issues driving maternity mortality in some states, including California, where Stanford University researchers in 2019 identified it as the leading cause of deaths among new moms. Well, experts say the stakes are too high to let it persist. People suffering from prenatal and postpartum depression need support and coping strategies that go beyond medications, experts say. Research, including new study out of Northwest University, shows that medications are not always effective in treating postpartum depression. You see, and that's really the big problem. You know, a lot of times we sit there, we go to a doctor, and they just throw pills at us. You know, why? Because they're corporate doctors, and those are corporate pills, and those corporate pills help their corporate bottom line. One. What do you mean I can't? I can say that. That is true. Don't give me that. Anyway, so here, what else? From spring to fall, person endured anxiety, isolation, and fear of abandonment. Then came what felt like a blessing. Someone who founded a village a few years earlier provided the location, provide doula and lactation support for Black mothers. And one of the biggest things I need was to help me process everything. It's just not saying, "Oh, you're going to do fine, you're going to be okay," but to really talk through things and confront all of those emotions, all of those feelings that you know are going to become huge triggers postpartum. Well, you know, oh my gosh. God bless me. I tried to hit the button. I tried, but I had to sneeze. I had to sneeze. Don't worry, I didn't do it into the microphone. No, I didn't. The microphone picked it up. Anyways, here we are broadcasting live from the WDCE studios. Listen, I have the sniffles too sometimes. No, I don't have the sniffles. I'm not upset. No, there's something in the air. It was just all of a sudden just tickled my nose for a bit. And so I had to sneeze. Yes, I totally sneezed on air. It's okay. Listen. What would you want me to do? Well, of course, the next time I'll hit the button, but I didn't have a chance to. It was just like boom, it hit me. Yeah, doesn't a sneeze ever hit you? Well, I try to be better. I'm trying not to cough on the air and choke and everything. Of course, yes, I do rattle my newspapers, but less. Yes. Yeah, I sneezed on the air. Oh man, a Approve. There you go. Anyway, so postpartum depression is a problem, but they say they just, is doing more than, so there's just more, sometimes people think, oh, well, you just need to have somebody to talk to and say, hey, it's okay. And blah, blah, blah. But it's more than that. That's what the person said here in the article, that it's much more than that. You need to talk through things, confront all of those emotions, all those feelings that, are going to become huge trigger postpartum. So here we go. So let's say, what else we have? Beyond reading glasses, new options for old eyes. Okay, so we'll move on to this other one. This is also from the Washington Post. Jill U. Adams. Jill U. Don't Jill me. Jill U. Jill U. Adams. The restaurant is beyond reading glasses, new options for old eyes. Blah, 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 blah. The lens of your eye sits right behind its colored iris. In young people, the lens is soft and flexible and able to change shape to switch one's focus from far to near. As people age, however, the internal lens loses its elasticity. The change happens gradually, and the process begins when you are still a young adult. People don't notice until they're in their middle age because we have accommodative reserve. That means we start life with the internal lens so flexible that people can manage focus even after the stiffening begins. The age when people first experience vision changes varies a great deal and might be influenced by a person's activities. For instance, people who work requires close vision might notice their deficit sooner than those who don't face such demands. We can compensate with things like long arms and long fonts, some optometrists said. Working or reading in brighter light can help too. It's giving more light to the retina at the back of the eye. Bright light also causes pupil contact, fostering pinhole effect, which reduces distortion by limiting your eyes to the straightest and most focused light rays. Interesting. So, all right, so it talks about all these new different options. Do we have anything else? No, nothing else. Oh, those are the comments. Oh, here we go. What cheaters do. There are a host of technological and medical fixes too. Reading glasses, of course, so-called readers or cheaters are the first choice for many. They're cheap, available at drugstores, and come in a range of strengths, ratings, +1, +1, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I see. Okay. The ratings of +1, +1.25, +1.5 are the units of diopter strength. Diopter refers to the focal length of a lens. Dr. Golan recommends trying on a few different strength glasses and reading something, perhaps your phone or in a magazine. Choose the lowest reading power that allows you to focus while reading. So, presbyopia. Presbyopia can be the first sign of aging for people with perfect vision. Farsighted people might not notice the need for reading glasses, while nearsighted people typically take off their regular glasses to read. If you already wear corrective lenses for some sort, glasses, contacts, you might consider bifocals or progressive lenses. These are lenses with distant correction at the top and reading correction on the bottom, allowing people to change their focus by adjusting the part of the lens they peer through. Another option is monovision approach. That means correcting one eye for a distance and correcting the other eye for reading. Take a little getting used to, and the eye's brain adapt, giving each eye a distinct job. In 90% of people that we test in the office, they adapt really well. And the other 10%, it doesn't work. There's also the eye drop alternative. Alternative to reading glasses or corrective contact lenses is prescribing eye drops sold under different brand names. The drops are meant to use to contain drug called this was it helocopipine or whatever, and that contacts and pupil to create that contracts the pupil to create the pinhole effect. Okay, so the eye drops. In studies, the drops were shown to improve near vision without affecting far vision for about 6 hours. Some people reported headaches as a side effect, but benefits were limited. Of those who used the drops daily for 1 month, 30% were able to read 3 additional lines of letters or on a near vision assessment chart. That means that 70% of the people either saw either no improvement or less than 3 lines improvement. This modest effect might be most useful for people in the early stages of presbyopia, who don't need much corrective help. A second eye drop treatment, still under investigation, is purported to soften the lens itself. If you experience change in your visions, buy a pair of reading glasses, but it might be worth a trip to go to the doctor. Listen, the last thing I want you to do is to get blind. I don't want you to be blind. You need to be able to see. And as you're able to see, then you'll be able to, well, seeing is a good thing. It is. So, but if you are having issues, a couple things you could do, like I said, is you can get some reading glasses. Those will help. There's these eye drops that they're talking about. Or you can go to the optometrist, a doctor. That always helps too as well. Just a few little things that you can do in the meantime to, it happens through. Well, I've been doing this since Roswell. No, I don't wear glasses. I don't wear glasses and I don't wear contacts. No, I don't wear. No. Superior puppet vision is something that I have. Yes, superior puppet vision, along with my amazing, beautiful voice and my perfectly felt puppet face, that you can see as we are broadcasting live on YouTube, not Instagram. The Sam Cam is live on YouTube. So that's what's pretty cool about that. We are simulcasting. We're also on WDCE 90.1 FM. Go to my Instagram account and search, or not search. Go to the link in the profile. Click the link in the profile at Sam NewsMan on Instagram, and you can vote for us for the best local morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia, brought to you by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. We're going to be back here at the top of next hour. Got a few more news articles to go. We're probably going to get out of here around, 7:30, 7:35. Not going to be a long morning. We just wanted to come in, do this, get in, and get out. And plus, all of a sudden, there was all this stuff about, disruptions and stuff, Lord Blanket and all that jazz. I don't even know what that is. Not even real. Anyways, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet and media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Sideshow Infotainment.
You could accept the fact that the city headed for a disaster of biblical proportion. What do you mean, biblical? What he means is Old Testament. Yeah, they are real wrath of God type stuff. Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling. 40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes. Dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's hysteria.
Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening. Here we go. Do we get the You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Sideshow Infotainment. Yes, the 25th day of July, 2022. It is 7:06, and we've had an interesting morning. There was disruptions right from the beginning. Hold on, let me see if I can get my hold on. Well, there's newspapers everywhere. Hold on, I need to make sure. Hold on, there we go. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Listen, it's an operation over here, don't you know? Reading the news and make sure you have everything. There we go. Good grief. All right, here we go. Anyway, so once again, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond, 90.1 FM. If you have a smartphone, download the Simple Radio app. You have it, just download the Simple Radio app. Download the Simple Radio app and search WDCE, and you can listen to us live here if you're outside of the broadcast signal. Also, WDCE.org, there's a link there as well to the live stream. Right, yeah. So like the Sam NewsMan on YouTube. Usually we do the Sam NewsMan, the Sam Cam from Instagram. But today the official Sam Cam is YouTube. We're trying something new. Only because there was all these disruptions that you guys were talking about. You're blaming it all on Lord Blanket and saying, oh, well, it was his fault. Blah, blah, blah. Lord Blanket, blah, blah, blah. I just think that you guys didn't have your stuff together, right? But here we are still setting the standard, raising the bar. It's what we do here every single day. It's what you should be doing because it's Monday. I mean, you're probably sitting there thinking, I don't want to do anything. I'm tired. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get up and go. Get up and go. My alarm is set for 4:30 every morning, 4:30. And usually I wake up prior to that. So what's your excuse? You have none. Tighten up, soldier. Get up and go. Let's do this. So anyways, like I was saying, at Sam NewsMan on Instagram, there's a link in the profile there. There's a link in the profile at Sam NewsMan on Instagram. That link takes you to the best of Richmond voting for the best local morning radio show. And of course, we're on the ballot. We're on the ballot with a bunch of other heavy hitters. But one of the things we want to do now, the idea is to get up in the top three. If we can get in the top three, then that's a big deal. It's a big deal. I get invited into a dinner and people will be able to see me and I would look amazing. Pretty much steal the show at the dinner. So got to make the top three. But if we don't, of course, being in the top five as a real media puppet is in and of itself old tip of the cap to myself. Right? Tip of the cap to myself. There's a lot of hard work we do this. Jeremy, you don't get any credit. You get none. Listen, you were sitting there just playing vaporwave music before, and then all of a sudden, here I come. I start reading the news, and then all of a sudden, look at where we are now. Usually broadcasting on Saturday morning. Usually broadcast live on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, 9 to 11. However, sometimes we go to about 12 during the summer months. And, well, during the school year, we might come in early. And we might come in, we might do 8. Hell, we might even come in at 7, right? So, 7 to 11. 7-11. I'll show up every Saturday morning with a Slurpee. What do you think about that? Even if it is in the negative degrees, I'll still show up at 7 o'clock with a Slurpee. What? Why wouldn't I? Hey, listen, I love a good Slurpee. There's one close by my place that they have the blue raspberry flavor. And they've had the blue raspberry flavor for a couple of months. And I just hope they continue to keep the blue raspberry flavor. Do you have a favorite Slurpee flavor? Well, I mean, I love me some Slurpees. The Slurpees are fantastic. No, I'm not spiking my Slurpees with vodka. No, that's terrible. Now, what are you? What are you in middle school? You in high school doing that stuff? Good grief. What are the kids these days? Oh my gosh, spiking a Slurpee with vodka? Good grief. Yeah, that's the sign of a future problem. if it's not a sign of a problem right there already. Anyways, so here we go. Once again, broadcasting live, WDCE 90.1 FM, at Sam NewsMan on Instagram, at Sam NewsMan on Twitter, also on Twitter as well. Don't do a whole lot of stuff with Twitter. Should probably do more stuff on Twitter. Yeah. It's social media. Yeah, I know. It's all toxic, man. It's all gutter sewer trash. Yeah, I know. Well, yes, of course, to promote the brand, blah, 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 blah. I know that, but I'm talking about being in the sewer and the gutter of the internet. Man, nothing is worse than being in Twitter. Hell, I don't know. I think that Instagram probably is worse. You know why? Because it's nothing more than an echo chamber. It is. It's just an echo chamber. And you know what's the most shallow thing about the people on Instagram is the fact that you can unfriend somebody from your list, right? You can sit there and pluck them away from your list so they no longer are on your friends list. Right. Yeah. So they're on your, well, you can already unfollow them, which in and of itself is very big babyish. It's very babyish. It's like, oh, well, I'm just going to unfollow you. But even more babyish is the fact that you can click somebody's account and have them unfollow you. What a bunch of trash. What a bunch of garbage. And I'll tell you what, if that's you out there and you're unclicking people, shame on you. I never unclick off of anybody. But I tell you what, I really don't even really want to be on Instagram to begin with. It was only because of all these toy guys that they were like, hey, toys, yeah, echo chamber of toys, on the Instagram. And I've been in an echo chamber of toys. Well, not an echo chamber. There's some people that like, G.I. Joe, some people like He-Man and some other things. But at the end of the day, it's just stuff. It is just stuff. And if you're identifying yourself because of your stuff, well, I'll tell you what. Shame on you again. Yep. Oh, well, yeah, identify. Yeah. So if you lose all of your stuff, are you still going to be the same person? That's really the question. Because that's what I want to know, because you are not identified by your stuff. However, it seems like that all the people in Instagram echo chamber land identify themselves with their stuff. And that's okay. That's okay. If you want to identify yourself with your stuff as opposed to actually who you are, listen, that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. Listen, I just identify as a media puppet, a real media puppet that's been doing this since Roswell. But one of the things I'm not going to do is I'm not going to be a big baby. I'm not going to sit there and unfriend people, and then I'm not going to click people from my thing. I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. Not going to do it. It's baby. It's baby. It's baby. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Anyway, so here we are. It's 7:13 here on the 25th day of July 2022. And once again, setting the standard, raising the bar, not unfriending anybody, and not clicking people off my friends list to unpluck them away because you're just saying, I don't know why somebody would do that. I don't know why somebody would do that, but I heard about it. I did hear about it. I heard that you can literally just unpluck people from your friends so that they're no longer following you. You can have people unfollow you. Right. Well, I mean, if somebody's being toxic, that's one thing. If somebody's just tucking their tail running and they want to confront anybody about it, that's a whole different thing, which is 99% because most people just tuck their tail and run and they don't ever want to say anything. You know exactly who I'm talking about too. So because of that, not an individual. I'm talking about you, the individual. You probably know somebody like that. No, I'm not talking about a certain individual. I don't know anybody like that. I don't even really care. I could care less. All I just know that I think is really funny and shallow. It's really funny and shallow, but listen, you probably know people out there. They probably talk about it too, but that's okay. No unplucking people here. No unplucking people here. So anyways, broadcasting live. Here we are. So prices at Richmond area hospitals can be hard to decipher. Facilities often warn they cannot guarantee accuracy of estimates. Finding and understanding the price of a medical procedure at a Richmond area hospitals can be a challenge, despite a new federal law that calls for hospitals to be transparent about their prices. So to locate the charge for basic procedures such as CT scans, colonoscopies, or mammograms, a customer must search spreadsheets with tens of thousands of lines or enter their health insurance information in hopes of receiving an individualized estimate. But not every procedure is published, and even if a price is listed, hospitals often warn that they can't guarantee the accuracy of their estimates because of other charges that might apply, making the final bill much more different than the estimate. At a time when an estimated 41% of US population has healthcare debt, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation, the federal government now requires hospitals to publish their prices. A Trump administration push required hospitals to publish their prices at the beginning of 2021, but according to an analysis, compliance has been slow. Virginia passed its own law this year to spur hospitals towards transparency. This month, the Virginia Hospital and Healthcare Association released a new tool that groups the price of transparency web pages of the state's hospital in one spot, but that doesn't mean finding prices for each hospital is easy. The Richmond Times-Dispatch attempted to price shop at 3 local hospitals: Chippenham, operated for profit by HCA; St. Mary's, operated by nonprofit Bond Secures; and Virginia Commonwealth University, which is government affiliated. The listed price of a CT scan of the abdomen appeared to vary widely. Other procedures could be located easily on the hospital list, but the hard to identify on one another. The prices can vary, very much. Can I get into there? Okay. Prices can vary. There it is. Okay. Prices can vary widely. Okay, there we go. Prices can vary widely based on insurance or be reduced to zero in at least one instance, and the final bill for a procedure can grow substantially because of the medicines prescribed, doctors' fees, or complications during the procedure. Hospitals make it clear that the prices they post are non-guaranteed estimates that may differ from the actual price and usually don't include the expected additional cost. In other words, don't bank on the estimates. So that's it. So varying prices for CT scans. Here you go. The CT scan of the abdomen, usually using contrast dye, costs $2,800 at VCU. St. Mary's, its machine file is clearly identifies, but the self-paying price is $2,000. Generic workers' compensation is $3,000. The price list for Bon Secours Hospital Richmond lists the procedure twice: $3,400 for outpatients and $2,300 for inpatients. At Chippenham, the listed price is more than double the VCU cost, $6,700 for the average patient comparing prices. Woo, that's a lot of money. VCU listed colonography screening is $665. Bon Secours Excel sheets list colonoscopy diagnostic as $661. So, and 10 types of colonoscopy. One colonoscopy DX costs $9,000. $9,000 for a colonoscopy. Yep. Patients don't necessarily pay these prices since insurances negotiate lower rates, and the total cost of a hospital visit can be significantly higher than the cost of one procedure. For example, tonsillectomy at VCU is listed at $4,000, but other common costs associated with the procedure include anesthesia, drugs, run the total cost higher to $20,000, said VCU health spokesperson Laura Rossiger. The type of facility factors into the price too. For this reason, VCU cautions against comparing hospitals' gross charges. Okay, so they're saying that you shouldn't do that. But according to CMS, the federal agency that enacted the price transparency law, knowing a hospital's gross cost is important because higher gross prices are associated with higher negotiated prices for insurance companies. Right. Well, so there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, so the actual prices. Well, I mean, if you have insurance, that's the out-of-pocket price. So if you have to pay for insurance out of pocket, then that's what you're going to be paying. It seems like a lot. It does. But hey, listen, you can't put a price on your health. And the reality is that, a hospital cannot refuse service, right? They can't refuse service. I mean, if your arm is broke and you need to put it back in place and you go to the doctor, you say, oh, my arm is broke. They're going to have to put a cast on you, regardless if you have insurance or not. The whole Hippocratic Oath thing. Most doctors that abandoned back in 2020. But anyway, so what is it? It's 7:20 here on the 25th day of July, 2022, 0725220720. Those are the numbers right now. If you play them on the lottery, you know the drill. Make sure I get my cut. But once again, like I said, it is the 25th day of July, 2022, broadcasting live out of the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. Also broadcasting live on YouTube. Sam NewsMan on YouTube. Yeah, we usually we do it on Instagram at Sam NewsMan on Instagram. You can also follow at Sam NewsMan on Twitter. But this morning we decided to do it on YouTube. See if it would work. It looks like it is working. Not sure if I'm going to keep the video public or not. I didn't say anything risque, but I'm just telling you that I'm not sure if I. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, so here we are once again broadcasting out of the WDCE studios, University of Richmond. If you are out of the broadcast signal radius, download the Simple Radio app or search WDCE. Go to WDCE.org. There's a link for the stream there live. Also, on my Instagram account, at Sam NewsMan on Instagram, there's a link in the profile. And when you go to that link in the profile, what I want you to do is click on that. When you click on that, what happens is that takes you to the best of Richmond. The best what? Well, the best of Richmond is a contest put on by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. And we are in the category for best local morning radio show. And so you can vote every day between now and the 28th, started on the 11th. But from now until Thursday, you can vote once a day for us as the best local morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia. It'd be really nice if we do make that. I tell you what, it would be fantastic. But we're not holding our breath. All we're doing is setting the standard, raising the bar. Been broadcasting every single day since the 11th. Every morning, one show a day while the voting has been in process. That's what we're doing. No, I'm not paying $250 for a vote to text number. $250? Not doing it. Not doing it. But I'm going to sit there and be here on the radio tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm taking Friday off. I'll be here Saturday, and I'm probably not going to be here Sunday. I don't know when I'll be back during the week, but I'll figure it out. And I know, listen, I know you want to hear me during the week. Of course, I prefer being here during the week. Multiple days in a row. That's when the news actually is breaking. Just show up on Saturdays and expect everybody to meet a dog and pony show, like, with a bunch of cartoon themes. Not that that's bad, but everybody knows that the reality is that I'm here for the news. I mean, that's why my last name is Newsman. It's not Sam the Newsman, it's Sam NewsMan. Anyway, so here we are once again. I'm going to get out of here, and we'll be back in just a few moments. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, why not? Let's just play a few cartoon themes. It's Monday morning. People are waking up. They'll hear these cartoon themes. It might make them smile for a minute. It might make them smile for just a minute, but we'll be back on the other side of the break here. A couple of cartoon themes, a couple of sitcom themes, and then we're out. But as of right now, I'm out until the other side of this break. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Sideshow Infotainment. So sorry. Okay. Through political correctness, we can't see life as it may be. That world hidden from you and me. I just laugh and start to sing. Ha 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 ha! It's sideshow infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. Oh, that Game of Thrones is what they play. A house of cards just day by day. The voters lose in every way. It's just like I always say. It's sideshow infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. Yeah. Donald Trump's got quite the past, with a J6 probe all up his ass. An indictment could be coming fast, but he's always laughing last. That's an observation, not an endorsement. It's sideshow infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. The most trusted puppet in media is me. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. I don't think you're giving us our due credit. Scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before. Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they just never think if they should.
Well, it's about that time. Yes, it's about that time where we talk about what we learned today. But in fact, we learned a whole bunch of stuff, and you can go back, listen to the show here on YouTube. I might keep it up. I might edit some stuff down, edit some breaks out of it, and stuff like that. But then I'll try to get it back up a little later. China issues military warning over Pelosi's visit. Taiwan holds invasion drills. Invasion drills? Good grief. China issued strong private warnings to the U.S. government about a planned trip to Taiwan by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, which included a possible military response. The warnings were much stronger than those made previously when China wasn't pleased with U.S. policies and actions related to Taipei, the paper said. China's foreign ministry earlier this week officially vowed to take a resolute and strong response to any Taiwan visit by Pelosi, which was reported to be next month. Her trip would be the first by a House Speaker to Taipei since 1997. Pelosi's office didn't respond to a request from the Financial Times for comment about whether she might abandon her trip. Well, the military is saying she shouldn't go. And of course, so she wants to try to flex her muscles. Listen, she already flexed her muscles with her husband because her husband, she didn't get like a DUI and a wreck and nothing even really happened to him. Rules for thee, but not for me. That's how these people operate. Hell, she's probably going to still go there anyway. And then what's going to happen? Then if they shoot down her plane, people are going to be like, oh my God, what is going to happen? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? She was warned. She was warned, but no, she wants to flex. You know what she wants to flex? She also likes to flex the ice cream in her $30,000 refrigerator. No, I'm not a fan. No, listen, it doesn't matter that she's on the blue team. I'm just still not a fan. She's a piece of trash. She is. Ask the people in San Francisco as they're eating trash off the ground in the homeless areas, right? Yeah? Yeah, how great is your little district, Nancy? Yeah, it's not too fantastic, is it? As you're sitting there yucking it up, eating ice cream on your YouTube channels or whatever it is, out of your $100,000 refrigerator, eating fancy ice cream, and then you're going to sit there and give everybody, you'll give the military the bird. She probably would give the military the bird. Hell, she's probably protected by, shady forces anyway. Yeah, forget her. I don't listen, get her off my screen. Get her off my screen. What else do we have going on? Let's see here. The president's COVID symptoms are improving. Okay, Republicans plot a Fauci probe after midterm. Oh, there we go. That sounds. Let's see. Naked 75-year-old shoots exhibitionist dead for nude beach etiquette. For nude beach etiquette breach. So a naked 75-year-old man shot an exhibitionist dead for nude beach etiquette at a breach. That's what it says. I don't listen. That's only on a Monday. Only on a Monday. So Republicans run on civil war. Trump making new inroads outside MAGA loyalists. Text warning appeal in Washington. Fox Bear downloads on the dawn. Let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, here we go. Musk friendship with Brin ruptured after alleged affair. Personal treachery in the billionaire boys club. Elon got down on the knee and begged for forgiveness. He denies, says he hadn't had sex in ages. Well, if you saw those pictures of his white whale self, oh my goodness gracious. No, I mean, listen, I guess if you're making that much money, you can look like a white whale. But did you see that? Oh my gosh, I think I was about to get blinded by how white he was in those pictures. There are some pictures that were released of Elon Musk shirtless while he was vacationing. I'll tell you what, it was whiter than white. In fact, if Crayola decided to go ahead and refocus their white color crayon and their white color pencils, all they would need to do is just make sure that they match it up with Elon's bare chest. Oh my goodness. Woo, man. Hey, listen though. Hey, he's making bajillions of dollars. Making billions of a lot of money. Anyways, he's making a lot of money. So what else do we have? Path to blah, 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 blah. Bend and Blaze, high yoga class. Monkeypox proves elusive as foe as who sounds alarm on global spread. Chess playing robot breaks boy's finger. What? Hold on. Chess playing robot breaks 7-year-old's finger. Hold on. A chess robot broke a 7-year-old boy's finger during a match in Russia last week. Video posted on social media. The incident shows the robot, which is playing 3 simultaneous matches against various opponents using a large mechanical arm, playing the young victim. The boy reaches to move one of his pieces, and the robot grabs his finger. The robot did not appear to make any severe twisting or other movements after grabbing the finger, however, just decided to break it. Videos up there I see right here online. Several adults rushed soon after the incident and freed the boy's hand. The robot broke the child's finger. The robot was rented by us and has been exhibited in many places for a long time. There are certain safety rules, and the child apparently violated them. So they're going to blame the child. So the child gets his finger broken. Of course, they don't blame the robot. The robot is not at fault. It's the child's fault. Of course. It's always the child's fault. It's not the robot's fault. The robot was doing his job. Shame on you, children. You know what? You deserve to get your finger broken. So I can't make this stuff up. Anyways, that's my exit cue. Here we are. We're broadcasting live WDCE 90.1 FM. Follow me at Sam NewsMan on Instagram, at Sam NewsMan on Twitter. We are broadcasting live here on WDCE 90.1 FM. Download the Simple Radio app. Search WDCE. You can listen to the show live. We're going to be back tomorrow, probably 6 o'clock again. We'll be back at 6 o'clock, setting the standard, raising the bar, 6 o'clock. And we'll have some detailed information about the intel report from across the pond. There's an intel report that I'll get it here in the top of the next hour or so, but we're not going to be here. Once again, make sure you go to Instagram, click the link in the profile, vote for us for the best local morning radio show here in Richmond, Virginia, brought to you by the Richmond Times-Dispatch. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Sideshow Infotainment.